What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another episode of Floppy Drop. I am your host, Josh McDonald, and as always, I've got my main man, Dolan, aka Drew, and he writes comics. What's up, dude?
Temperatures up here in Indy.
Bro.
Before we went live, I was just having a nice little chat with Hart Fisher, the Dark Prince of Indie Comics. And
Nice.
before we went live, he was like, "I got a story to tell you about Billie Eilish and Homeland Security. I guess apparently it's a very funny story." So I was like, "Oh, I got to hear this." So after we're done here, I'm getting back on the phone with Hart Fisher so you can tell me the story. Because apparently he discovered Billie Eilish. He was one of the people who discovered her. So yeah. So I can't wait to hear this story.
Interesting. That's wild.
He is working on our trailers right now for Unholy Nightmare 3. They're up on the American Horrors channel. So you can see those. Which is awesome.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, dude. Speaking of Unholy Nightmare number 3, let me get this pulled up. We are less than a month away from your kickoff for the Kickstarter.
22 days away, but who's counting?
22 days. 22 days until this thing. I'm telling you, like, when we first mentioned this, it was like 2 months away, and it feels like it's only been a week or 2 weeks, and now we're 22 days away. So, 22 days away from launching. I believe it's June 26th. Is that right?
Yep, Friday night, June 26th on the Thinking Critical channel. So
nice.
Aaron, me, and other surprise guests, hopefully Josh and others coming in to chat about the comic, chat about life and stuff while we launch the book. And our big name artist, who we are not revealing yet, is working on their cover right now.
Nice.
Got the early rough in yesterday, so hopefully they'll be done here in the next hopefully next week they'll be finished. But we'll see. But it's going to be hot. You guys don't want to miss out on it.
Spoiler alert: it's Jim Lee. That's why that's the real reason he hasn't finished Hush 2, guys.
You figured me out. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, it's like honestly, Jim. If I had $30,000, all right, and I was given an opportunity to get a Jim Lee cover for $30,000, I'm like, Jim Lee now? No. Jim
Lee back in the day.
Yeah, I'd say 20 years ago. Yes, yeah. 20 years ago, Jim Lee, absolutely. But now, no. It's like you can't tell the difference now between him and Scott Williams, honestly.
No.
So,
which is not great. I mean, Scott's talented. Don't get me wrong, but
he's a legend.
But that just is also a testament how much Jim has degraded. I don't know. I can't think of a tactful way of saying it. His talent, his skill has slipped.
Yeah, his skill slipped. He's got a little older, but still, I can't use that excuse because hey, Neil Adams, he kept his quality up all throughout his last days when he was working. So it's like I can't. I would just say he's just not drawing as much as he used to. He's just he's just a business guy now.
Agreed. And I know he's got some health things going on, but anyway, we're not here to talk about Jim Lee. Right now we're talking about Unholy Nightmare number 3, the Kickstarter, and we do have a link pinned in the chat. So if you haven't signed up to get notified, go sign up to get notified. It would be cool if Drew could get at least 150 followers before they launch. 133 right now. So
we're at 133. I think we have less than this for issue 2 who signed up, which is great. And like I told Hart, and he's like, do you realize how hard and rare that is
to grow your audience?
By the 3rd issue, I'm like, he's like, do you know how many books I had canceled by the 3rd issue? I'm like, okay, wow. So, guess I'm doing well. All right.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Looking forward to that, and like I said, 26 will be here before we freaking know it. Let's see real quick. I don't know if we have many people in the chat. We do have comics to talk about tonight. We're talking about this week's comics, and we both kind of mentioned it's not going to be a great discussion. And once again, it was not a good week.
Yeah, it's one of those weeks where there was a large volume of comics. It's that saying of quantity over quality. That's what this week was.
Yep. Absolutely. You're not joking when you say that. I feel like most of what we're talking about tonight, I don't really have the most positive things to say. Some of them have awful things to say. And then there's a couple of books I didn't even bother to read just because I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
I'm looking at you, Marvel. I am looking at you. But no, we do have quite a few books we are going to cover. So, get ready. And let's go ahead and we'll jump things off with DC real quick because those are kind of the high points. And then we'll go through DC, then we'll hit the chat and see what's going on there. But there was a new DC book that came out that I think if you had gone back 2 years ago and told us this was happening, we probably would have been excited. But now not so much because of what's happened over the past year to 2 years with this creative team. But the creative team from Ice Cream Man have come back for another DC book after doing a terrible Superman book, and they are now doing a Dead Man book. Drew, what were your thoughts on this?
This was the very definition of anticlimactic. It was just a very boring comic. And
yes,
I mean, everything from the visuals, which is a shame, to the story itself.
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard to okay. So let me say this: when I think of Dead Man, the artist storyteller that comes to mind is Neil Adams.
Yep.
You look at the energy, the life, just the motion he brought to Dead Man, those comics, those issues, those panels. It was bursting off the page. So much to look at, stare at, so much energy. It had life to it. You read this, it is really like reading an airplane emergency guide, and that's not what I want from Dead Man. And the fact that he's a fucking janitor in a retirement home, and he's laying judgment upon people about what they did in life. I'm like, no, it's not Dead Man.
No.
And this Boston Brand, he is just a dull, lifeless character. There's nothing about this guy that tells me he was an aerialist in a circus. Nothing about him.
Nope. So look, here's my thing. I started reading this, and the first thing I thought was, I mean, just right from the word go, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be a Dead Man book. And it's not. It does not feel like a dead. You've got the character, or what you claim to be the character.
Exactly. In name only.
Yes. But this looks and feels almost like an Ice Cream Man book, but like a bad issue, like a really bad issue.
It absolutely could have been a standalone Ice Cream issue. This could have just been some random dead guy. Like they could have said like he was like a Grim Reaper or something.
Yeah.
And just laying judgment on people and then past like, okay, there you go. It's Ice Cream Man story. Yeah, because this is not fucking Dead Man.
Nope. And I mean that from the way the character's written, the story itself, how it plays out. It doesn't feel like a Dead Man story. And then Martin Morazzo's art, to me, just anytime I see his art, I think of Ice Cream Man. And it seems like he's an artist that can do Ice Cream Man. And that's about it. And I don't know if it's just one of those pigeonhole type things. But I did not like this at all, even tonally. So like one instance is right here. You have this nurse that walks through Dead Man, and he's got this caption down here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. And so grandma plus Tammy equals love. Tammy plus food plus grandma equals joy squared. And this is when I went, fuck my
Foodsies. Life. We got foodsies.
OMG, so cutesies. But yeah, this entire book is pretty much nothing but this type of nonsense going on. And it didn't, like, where I feel like you get some similar things in Ice Cream Man, and I feel like they work. I feel like they touch on heavier topics, and this just tried to keep it kind of, at least for me, it felt jokey and hokey and corny. They do touch, yeah, and preachy. We're gonna get that in a second.
As soon as we got to this, I'm like, give me a fucking break. That paragraph, like that. Jesus.
Oh, this
is not fun. There's nothing fun about this.
I literally had a deep breath, like a sigh, when I saw this, because at first I thought it was just like credits, and then I was like, oh shit, no, that is plot, that is story. And I was like so I was like, all right, let's go. But you do get to a point where he like gets on a bus and he's talking about why he likes being on the bus, because he's entertained by all the happenings of people. It's right after this. Hold on. Yeah. So he's like, sure, I can float or fly or cut out the middleman and just teleport home. But the thing is, I like taking the bus. I like the people and all of their complicated inside stuff. Take Mousy Rita over in Roth.
Oh, Josh Talrack. Yeah, it's very bland and boring, unexciting. It feels like if Daria, the cartoon character Daria, wrote a comic book about Deadman, her interpretation of Deadman. This is Deadman according to Daria, and it's just not fun. Fun does not exist. Take that word out of your vocabulary when you read this.
I'm so mad that I got Talracked on my interpretive reading. Anyways, you've got her, and he's all amused with the fact that she like imagines kissing the printer room guy, which whatever. But then you get down here to this, and this was the real part where I was like, oh, fucking A. And it goes, then there's this tense kid in the back row. Dude's wound up real tight, like a ball of rubber bands. His name's Ryan, and Rye Guy plans on coming out tonight to his ultra-conservative, super-duper religious parents. And I was like, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? So I didn't even bother finishing after this. I was like, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm so over this. Because this also just looks awful. Like,
it's not exciting.
Nothing is exciting.
And the other thing is I want to touch upon with Martin Morazzo and
W. Maxwell Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
W. Maxwell Prince has come out and said he is not a horror writer. He does not. He doesn't do horrors. He doesn't like it. It just got pigeonholed into that Ice Cream Man.
Yep.
And I think honestly, DC never got the hint and thought, okay, these guys know horror, even though they never read that interview. Let's put him on this.
Yep.
And it's like no one said, "Are you guys sure about this? I don't think this is going to work." And you know what the other thing that pisses me off about this? They had like 4 or 5 different variants of this cover, of the cover for this. Do you know whose art is not on a variant cover?
Whose?
Neil Adams. The guy you associate with Deadman. You mean to tell me you're not going to have his art on a cover? Nothing.
Did they do I'm trying to pull it up now, but did they have a Kelly Jones cover? Do you know?
No Kelly Jones either.
Okay. So I can't remember when it was. It wasn't it was a more recent story, like within the past year. And I can't remember where it was, but I saw Kelly Jones somewhere and we were talking, and he had mentioned that DC had approached him about a Deadman project. And I literally didn't think about this until before we went live. But he was like, DC approached me for a Deadman project that they wanted me to do the art on. And I was all for it until they started discussing what the book was going to be. And then he was like, yeah, no, this is not, like, my art's not going to work for this. Like, what are you doing?
Boom.
And I had completely forgotten that. But it was somewhere, I can't remember if he was in Dallas at one point or something.
It was that Vegas meetup. The Vegas meetup you were in.
No. But this was after that. I think he was at Dallas for when one of the Nerdrotic meetup things happened. Because he's friends with Gary. but I think it was at some point one of those that he was just like there for a day, but like wasn't actually working. Like it didn't have a booth at the convention or anything. But Max and I were talking to him, and he brought this up because he was like, "Yeah, like it's not going to happen." And then they mentioned like I think like a Dead Man and Nightwing or a Nightwing project that he was like potentially going to take, but I was like, this has to be it because I can't think of any other Dead Man project that's come out in the past like year to year and a half.
None.
But this would make sense to me, and I'm just like, oh my god!
Can you imagine? It's like I would have felt so bad for Kelly Jones having his art on this.
Man.
One of the most boring stories you can imagine. It's just like, God, that's horrible.
Well, and but he's got a
good call on his part.
I was gonna say he did Dead Man for a little while. Like he had a run.
Him and Mike Barron.
Yeah. But dude, that would not have like his art would not have worked for this at all.
So the two guys, Kelly Jones, Neil Adams, don't have variant covers for this book. The two guys you would associate with Dead Man. It's like, are you fucking hell? And even Sam Keith.
I was gonna say Sam Keith too. Yeah.
You mean to tell me these guys you're not gonna have on a variant cover? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But what do I know? I'm just a Dead Man fan. Okay.
Yeah, bad stuff. I thought this book was awful. I felt like it was just nothing but political dribble for the most part. Yeah. It was a lot of pandering. And it just felt weird because it felt like they were trying to be cutesy, and I just like Dead Man is not a character you try to be cutesy with. So
no.
This was a raging no from me, man. That's as Randy Jackson says, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. That was not the only #1 that came out of DC this week. We also got a new Elseworld story called Supergirl Survive. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of curious because I was like, all right, Elseworld, looks like we can do something a little different. And then just based on looking on this cover, I was like, okay, it doesn't look too like Superman-y, so maybe they're really trying to do something different.
But okay, real quick, when there's an Elseworlds involved, like case in point, I have right here with me because I love Elseworlds. I got the Elseworlds Superman Omnibus, Volume 1. Yep. So, because hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And I don't like every one of these. Like, there are some that are better than others. There's some that they try harder than others. Clearly, like if you're giving me an Elseworlds here of Supergirl and like nothing really appears to be that much different, just kind of slightly tweaked a little bit. Like I'm not really that interested.
Yeah,
but I was still curious to see how bad it could be, and I've got words.
Oh, buddy. So I was trying to hold out hope, and then again, based on the cover, I was like, sure, we'll give this a shot. Why not? And we're going through, and then I get to the first page, and I'm like, okay, it could be worse from an art perspective. It could definitely be worse. So let's see what's going on. And then I think it's page 2 that it just starts that I'm like, crap, here we go. And it gets into like all this political back and forth, this like ranting. But with the natural birth, have you seen where the rates are at? And then begging you not to start with this. You don't think that it's important? At this moment, I think I'm not in the mood to hear the same shit talking points again. Like it's just this book was a wet blanket for me. Like that's the best.
Yeah, wet blanket. And there's a point in this where we're in a classroom. Bear in mind, we are in a Kryptonian or City of Kandor classroom.
Yeah.
Right? An alien universe, an alien classroom. And what does it fucking look like? A
normal classroom.
A normal classroom you would see in fucking California or New York. Like, Are you goddamn kidding me right now? You guys are lacking this much imagination. You're lacking that much creativity. Not just that, like you said, in the dialogue. Yes, humans talk like this, but not fucking Kryptonians. They talk like jackasses.
Well, And it's like, it's not even the fact that they talk like that. It's also the way that we're starting the book off this way. Of they're talking like jackasses. We have, slanted a
Human,
story.
talking like human jackasses,
Yeah,
not even just jackasses, human jackasses.
we have slanted a fight about climate change, and I get it. I get that Krypton was destroyed. I understand, but it's just the way that it's done is so reminiscent of just like left versus right fighting. Planet's in trouble. Can't bury your head in the sand forever. Can't bury my. Are you joking? I'm a scientist. Like, and this goes on for like the first like 2 pages, 3 pages.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't have a line from Jarrell saying, "Bitch, go make my dinner," or something like that.
Go make my dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming up to this. I mean, like this stuff looks. Yeah, I think you could have done more.
Look at that. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you guys that goddamn lazy and uncreative? It just, like I said,
Yeah.
This pisses me off more than anything else.
This looks like a high school that we'll have here in like 50 years.
Well, not even 50 years right now. Jesus.
Well, yeah, 25. I mean, just the technology, the thumbprint, like on the lockers and stuff. But yeah, here you go. This looks like it could just be normal. And that's the thing. You're supposed to be on a planet with all these people that are for the most part, more advanced technologically, and it doesn't look like it. They have their, what do they call it? The atom drill, which I guess is kind of like an earthquake drill because they all get under the desks. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to like this more than I ended up liking it. Because I was hoping it would be something different than what it is. But you have Kara, who is just kind of this. There's really not much character to Kara here. She's just there. Like she is the Bella Swan of this. Like she's just bland. She is bland as all get out. And they're trying to make her interesting with her friends here. And here's the other thing too. Like I'm reading all this and I didn't care because I know this planet's about to blow up. Like I'm literally over here. Like I get you're trying to get me to relate to Kara and feel for Kara, but I'm not. Again, because she's very bland. And then I'm watching all this stuff. And you're trying to make me like relate to her friends and associate with her friends. And I'm going, I don't give a crap. They're about to get blown up. And sure enough, we get to towards the end of the issue, and you do have that. Oh, this too. This whole like, it's such a just blatant allegory and like, lift and copy and paste, whatever, of our world today. And it's like I come to comics to not put up with the stupid shit of our world today. Like,
yeah,
I come to have a good time.
Yeah,
and
we said that in Absolute Green Arrow. Yeah, we said that.
Yeah,
it's like come on.
And look, I'm not saying you can't have politics in comics, but I feel like back in the day, and I'm saying back in the day as in like 80s and 90s, your comics and your writers would touch on political topics, but they would do so from a broad perspective. Or if they did dive into it, they dove into, okay, we're going to look at this from both angles. So we'll have a character with this angle, I'll have a character with this angle, and we're not going to outright say, well, this is the villain and that's wrong, and this is the hero and it's right. It was like, hey, we're going to present this. Here's the pros and here's the cons of both sides, and you can figure out what you think. But this is the reality of it. We don't get that anymore. It's all just heavy-handed slop. And that's ultimately what this feels like. And then you get them talking after this with Zod's speech, and like Kara's texting one of her friends, and she's like, oh, well, that was scary, right? And yeah, right here. Did you see the Zod thing today? Scary. I know. And I'm just like, this sounds like so much crap that we see day to day. But yeah, the planet does blow up.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I think the writers forgot they are not on Earth.
Yeah, we've proven that the writers can't take themselves out of just their everyday lives. Like every book that they ever write these days are just their perspective of what's going on.
They're writing what they know. School life, texting on mobile devices, watching TV, listening to your parents argue. Oh, that's all you know? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it does reflect in your writing. How about that?
Yeah. This isn't the only book that's going to deal with texting like this either. We're about to get to the next one. But yeah, eventually, the planet is blowing up. They get Kara kicked off the planet with Clark. This is baby Clark, by the way. And Kara's going to try to protect him, and hopefully they'll survive. But we do end the book with a little bit of a surprise that they kind of crash land on a moon, or I'm not sure what it is. And then they watch Krypton actually blow up. But oh no, there is an immediate threat there. But you're gonna have to come back next week to see that. So, yeah, I thought this was another pretty hot garbage issue. Again, the art I didn't mind. Like, I think it's better than what we're getting in a lot of books right now. But that's just the creativity is not here for me.
Yeah, there's nothing really outlandishly crazy Elseworlds. It's not like Superman growing up as Tarzan, or Superman being fighting the Martians from World of Worlds, or Superman being found in Camelot. There's nothing creative like that here. It's just
it is what it is. Yeah. I do want to pop into the chat real quick before we continue on with these other books, because we have had quite a few comments. But real quick, kicking things off, we do have Cage and Corey in the house with evening. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you. We also have Leslie, Lyrics Lee herself, the wonderful cover artist, coming in with Tism, Ollie, Otter. Good evening. Good evening to you as well. As I mentioned earlier, we do have the Kickstarter link pinned in the comments, so make sure you go check that out and sign up to stay notified of what's going on with Drew's latest release. And we do have William here. He says, "Hey everybody, hey Josh, hey Drew. Josh, we missed you last night. Thank you, buddy. I need to text Dave. It was a crazy day, but I'll fill him in. We had our comic book club last night, but I wasn't able to go. This is going to the Dead Man, but we've got Salty Traveling Sea in the house. Said he put that book sucks. Drawn by special needs cannibalism, written by a commie tard. I mean, you're not too far off. And total trash. I agree with you. I thought it was total trash. And of course, we have to get Salty's damn it in when my mic goes out. So I'm glad that happened while he was here. And then he added Cal Arts JV team dog dragging his backside on the carpet slop. I think Salty might have liked it just a little bit. That's what I'm picking up. So, and then Enzo put, okay, this is referring to Supergirl, but Enzo put, is it better than the Jor-El one that came out? I remember the Jor-El one, but I can't remember the details of the Jor-El book that came out.
Just Jor-El lands on Earth, and he's found by the Kents, but he's a grown man. And I'm reading it, I'm just like, it's not a case of there's nothing special.
Oh yeah, this is the one that came out like, this is the one that came out was it last week?
Yeah, last week. There's nothing crazy, nothing outlandish, nothing creative about it. It's just there's no creativity.
There's nothing. And it's like both of these kind of feel like the whole concept and idea or pitch was, what if Kara stayed with Clark and she did get to protect him, and then no one really thought beyond that? Like, okay, what do we do to make this interesting or make this fun? To warrant doing a limited series anyways.
Yeah, that's a fucking one shot right there.
Yeah, that is a what if one shot. And that's the same with the Jor-El thing. It's like, well, what if Jor-El was, found by the Kents? And it's like, cool, okay, where do you want to go? What do you mean, where do I want to go? Like, what if Jor-El was found by the Kents? Okay, yeah, but what's the story you want to tell? Bro, I just told you, what if Jor-El was found by the Kents? And you're like, yes, okay, but what happens after that? Yeah. What does mine say? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet.
Wait.
But no, seriously, that's what both these books feel like. And then it almost feels like you got, editors that are not qualified or capable trying to just figure out a way to tell a story. And it also feels shoehorned, like almost maybe someone didn't come up with an idea, but they're like, well, we got a Supergirl movie coming out. We got to do something. Here we go. So, they're both crap. Sorry to say it. We also have Salty coming in with as a member for 14 months. Dude, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Let's do a little, since we're talking about Superman, we got to do this. Hold, please. I got to find it. Oh, where are you? Okay, here we go. Yeah. The good old days. You know what I think when I watch that?
Real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, real quick. I think I miss Henry Cavill as Superman, and that movie's much better reflecting upon it now compared to the one we just got about a year ago.
Yep.
And to answer Cajun Corey's question, yes, and it's right here. It's actually the very, very first Elseworlds, Superman Speeding Bullets.
So that was actually salty. Was there ever a what if Kal-El was failed by the Waynes in Gotham story? Yeah. Hold on, let me pull you up real quick.
Yep, boom. Right there. Superman Speeding Bullets, the very first Elseworld story. And I have this action figure still in this box. I got it up here. Tom McFarlane, they did a McFarlane Toys did a special edition of it. I got it. This comic is beautiful. It's awesome. It is a very fun story. I highly recommend everyone pick this up. It is an absolute blast to read.
I will second that notion. Cajun Corey was saying I have to head to bed early tonight, working 12-hour shifts and going in early. Night, y'all. Good night, dude. Get some rest, and then thank you for hopping in. Yeah. Speeding Bullets, those early Elseworlds. Oh God, I can't talk. Those early Elseworld stories. Jesus Christ, Mother Mary. They were all pretty solid, but they explored the story. You know, like they took a step further to go. Like, okay, we're gonna think of this more than just concept. What would make this interesting and different? And then they explored.
Yeah, it's like you got, like I said here, you got Superman. Who, like, what if Superman was Tarzan? You know, you got that. And you got stuff that takes place in the far future, like under a totalitarian regime. You got what if Elseworlds version of John Henry Irons? What if he was a slave in the 1800s, developing his armor in the 1800s? It's like, okay, that's a take. But hey, you've got, of course, my all-time favorite Elseworlds, which I got the original art for one of the pages. It's the Super 7. Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic story, and where like what if these alien race came to Earth and they pretty much wiped out all the heroes and they're all in hiding or they've left and humanity's decimated and they gotta get the band back together. It's a great fucking story. And if I were to ever write a DC event, it'd be something similar to this. It's awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned Superman as Tarzan, and then I thought Henry Cavill as Tarzan, and
too spicy.
And yes, no, I don't English. I English sometimes. Oh, Sati, I English so good for you. I don't know what was going on. I was like, am I having a stroke right now? Like, I'm trying to correct myself, and I still can't say the words. So. Yeah. Anyways, both of these books that debuted, I'm gonna do a hard do not recommend. I thought they were hot garbage. So yeah, I'm full on throw those in the dumpster. Haven't used that in a while because I forgot it was there. Let's go ahead and move on. We got two more DC books real quick to go through, and one is Batman. We are on issue number 10 of The Batman. Oh wait, there we go. And I can fully say I am so over Matt Fraction's run. I don't know. It just feels like it's all over the place for me. And
you open the issue with these jackasses texting each other. That's what we're gonna do here. It's like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
a little excitement.
Yep. You literally open it with Steph going, "You did what?" WT with a shocked face, and I wanted to throw my phone at this point. but I even had more of an urge to throw it when I realized she's texting Damien, not Tim, but Damien. Because remember, Tim quit. He's not. He's good. He gave up now. He's gonna go to West Hollywood and get gonorrhea or something. Damien is the one that's like texting like they're besties with Steph and then Duke. I'm like, bro, these three would not be texting one another. But they just nonchalantly, we blew up Wayne Manor. And he's like, OMG, crazy. And Steph is like, doesn't seem like a fair trade for Babs because Babs is in prison. If you don't remember that stupid, what was it, Barbara Gordon locked up? Or
locked up for attempted murder, even though we never see, we never see a body or never know who it was. None of that. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
This for me is encapsulating one of the biggest issues that comic books are having right now. They're trying so desperately hard to be cool and like the kids that they are failing miserably. It's embarrassing, and they're telling really shitty stories on top of it. It's like they're striking out. They are what's the NS or SNL skit where you've got what's his name? Oh crap! It's the ugly dude that's in all the Adam Sandler movies, and he did. What's the Boardwalk Empire?
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Yes, Steve Buscemi, where he like walks down the school hallway with the backwards
cap. I think you my fellow kids. Yeah,
yeah. that's what this reminds me of. It's cringe. Look, I'm just gonna be honest. Everything that's going on, and we're gonna touch on part of this more so with the next book. Everything that's going on with this whole like Vandal Savage is the head of the GCPD. And they're doing this whole like we're doing raids on all of Batman's places. It just feels so cheap and lazy, and it's fine if you wanted to do I don't know. Both things feel like too much. Vandal Savage, if you wanted to have him in Gotham controlling things, fine, but having him as the head of the GCPD just doesn't work for me. And then separately, if you wanted to have a group of people that were anti-Batman and trying to find his locations and raid them and destroy them, that is also fine. But all of this together, to me, I'm just like, I can't.
So I agree with what you said. There is an idea here. This idea of Vandal Savage, the Mayor Poison Ivy, and maybe at one point Hugo Strange before he dies, gets murdered. Like, yeah, these villains united. It's like what Marvel did with Bendis, the Black Rain, Dark Rain. It's like that, but done shittily here. And it's like you got the bad guys in charge, and who are perceived as the heroes, can take down the Batman. They've vilified him, and we should be seeing these villains now as heroes victorious in ways. Granted, they have arrested Babs, but like we should be seeing these jerk offs on the first page, half of them arrested, half of them maybe missing, maybe one or two of them are presumed dead, but there's no stakes here. That's the problem. We know that they're fine. There's no suspense here.
Nope.
Why should we be invested if we know that they're fine? You just blew up a house. Like, who gives a shit? It's like they're still out there. Okay, you arrested Barbara Gordon. What do you fucking do? That doesn't mean jack and shit. And it's like, but if you don't have a presumed body, if you don't have other arrests, not showing that they're on the hunt. They actually know that they're on the tail. There's no suspense from them. Like there's no sense in our heroes knowing that they're in danger, that they're fearful for their lives, because they're not. They're playing Johnny Fuck telling jokes.
Yep.
So there's no suspense here.
No
stakes. Thus, this attempt fails, and that's where I think Matt Fraction doesn't understand. Like, hey, if you want to have actual legitimate stakes, suspense, get reader investment, you got to have more than just one fucking arrest. You got to have. You got to be showing. If Mark Miller was writing this, half of them would have been presumed dead.
Yep.
Some of them would have been arrested. We'd be like, oh fuck, what the hell's going to happen next? But no, they're out there free playing Johnny Fuck, doing whatever the hell they want. And why should we be invested? Why should we care? if they're not fearful for their lives, why should I be fearful for them?
Yeah, agreed. I agree. This and that's part of the problem. This book feels like it has absolutely no stakes at all. I do want to say Jorge Jimenez did come back to do art starting with this issue, so cool to see him back. Sorry you're on this book.
Yeah.
Happy 40th birthday as well. Although I did notice, and I did notice this while reading, but I noticed it while I was skimming through right now. If you look at this hand right here, Drew, do you notice that there is one,
wow, that's a lot of fingers.
3, 4, 5, 6, and we still haven't even gotten to the thumb.
Yowza.
Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, I think that's a mistake, bro. I don't think you meant to do that. Anyways. So this has got what's the name of the villain again? Minotaur. So you got this Minotaur villain, which when he first showed up, I was like, oh, we might actually get something interesting, but I don't think we've ever fully leaned into it. But we got him, and we get this revealed that Hugo Strange, Dr. Hugo Strange, has been killed. Like, just, I don't know. This felt like such a just random.
Yeah, it's like okay, Matt, who fucking cares? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, look, I love Hugo Strange. He's my favorite Batman villain. But for this story itself,
yeah,
who
right,
cares?
Yeah, I was like, this feels so out of left field and pointless.
Yeah, it does. It's like, why, Matt? What the hell, man?
I don't know.
Stay on target, Matt. You're veering off course. All right, no, he doesn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, then you get this whole board meeting thing with Bruce and like he's trying to say like, oh no, they're going after Dr. Zeller, they won't coming after me, and then the board wants to do things that are gonna make money and these don't make sense, and Bruce
which is
like,
what a corporation is supposed to do. A corporation is supposed to make fucking money. Your business is supposed to make money. You can't operate unless you have fucking money. And thusly, the writer of this doesn't fucking understand economics and capitalism. Right. Because capitalism is seen as the villain.
Well, and we're about to see, because money bad, capitalism bad. But you've got it, Master Bruce, and he's like, money, Alfred. And then he goes, money and blood. And he goes, the two pillars of any criminal empire.
Fuck, like, my God. It just,
And then he put, if you don't have one, you better have a whole lot of the other. What does that even mean? All right, if you don't have money, you better have a lot of blood. Does that mean you better be killing a lot of people? So you've got
you better be stocked up in a lot of blood. You're gonna it just is it currency? The blood's currency now?
Yeah. But then it continues, blood is loud, flashy. No, I think money is flashy, bro.
Yeah.
And he put blood brings heat, attention, me. But money looks respectable, civilized, legal. So they're trying to paint it out like, look, I get that he's saying that, look, but that's the key word. Money looks respectable. So he's saying money's not respectable. It just looks respectable. And then he says civilized. So money's not civilized. It just looks civilized. And
it's where I tell, see, Bruce, this is where Homer Simpson would even understand that money is used in the exchange of goods and services. And it's been used in the exchange of goods and services since the beginning of time. All right. Even Christ would probably agree with this. All right. You are an idiot. And it's like, I understand that you try to put up the image of a dumb billionaire, but you are talking legitimately like a dumb billionaire right now, honestly. And this is not good.
Well, get this. So we're talking about Minotaur because he's the guy that's kind of been behind the scenes running all these different things going on. So you see, like, we got our criminal row of people here, the question mark, who's behind it all. We're trying to figure it out. How are these people connected? What's going on? And you have this line, and just bear with me. But he goes, what if this Minotaur stayed invisible because he didn't treat Gotham like turf to seize, but as a market to disrupt, an asset to acquire? Alfred, I think the man we're dealing with is a capitalist. Like,
and Bruce is smiling. It's like, wait, what?
This is the point that I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Can you do bad things with money? Absolutely. You can do
Yeah.
bad things with almost anything. Does that make money inherently bad? Absolutely not. Can money corrupt? Sure. Will it
Yeah.
corrupt? Not necessarily.
Think about all the good that's been done with money. You know,
well, that's my point. Look at how many,
Yeah.
look at how many rich people donate tons of money so that you can have all these nonprofit organizations that are helping hundreds of thousands to millions of people across the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, like other people chip in too, but I mean,
you know what?
hell,
They're capitalists.
yeah. A lot of the people that we like to hate are well, not we, but you like to see a lot of these new age, like, oh, rich people, bad people hating on are the people that are donating hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to help all these other people. So I hate this notion. They were kind of bringing this up a little bit all the way back in the Tynan run, and then Chip Zdarsky tried to like lean into it real heavily as well, and then now Matt Fraction's doing it. So it feels old at this point, but it also doesn't work when your main character is a fucking billionaire. Like, yeah. So as I said, not a fan of Batman. Was there anything else you wanted to bring up about this issue in particular?
No, it's it's a shell of what it could be, and
Yeah.
it's a shame.
I will say I enjoyed the idea of this part where you've got Savage Vandal Savage talking about how they're going after Batman and taking him down, and he's losing footing, and they're winning the war, and then it's just images of Batman just going out and stopping crime. I was like, okay, this is good. Like that, I'll take. That's a win, but it's like 3 pages out of a 20-page book. So, oh look, it's Cal.
Selena Kyle's black now. Because she looks pretty.
She just,
if you scroll,
it might just be dark. I don't know. Maybe it's not the.
Okay.
They've done her black a couple of times in different mediums, so I don't know. Whatever, but it all feels like pandering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're back to the kids texting again. So. This. Hey guys, it's me. If you're seeing this, the plan worked. I broke into prison and I haven't been scissor raped yet, so good times. Yeah, I'm over Batman. I know some people are liking it. I am not one of those people.
No.
But it also brings us to our next book, which is Poison Ivy, because you have G. Willow Wilson. What issue is this now for Poison Ivy?
I think 30, 40 something.
It's been going a ways, yeah. 45, it looks like.
45.
So this has been going for a good while now. It was launched as a miniseries. I think G. Willow Wilson kind of surprised everyone because it ended up being decent, and then continued to be decent, and then fell off for a little bit, and then found its footing again, and was getting good again. And then they threw in this whole like, hey, we're gonna make Poison Ivy the mayor, and then it's just completely derailed the book.
Now here's the thing. Now here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
Because I think Doc touched upon something about this briefly, and I can't recall exactly what he said, but there is an idea there.
Yeah.
Because when you stop to think about it, it's like, how the hell would a city elect someone like this? It's like, well, all you gotta do is look to New York City, look to Chicago, look to Los Angeles.
Yep.
Look to Seattle. Who are your current mayors?
Yep.
People who have no concept of law and order, economics, and their cities are failing. And yeah, I can honestly buy this city putting a psychopath in office as mayor who has no concept of economics or law and order at all.
Yeah.
And who puts plants before humans. And so there is an idea there. There is an absolute idea. But the problem is we don't really get that much of a mayor and of the stuff going, like the drama within the mayoral office. Her talking to like the alderman. Her talking to there should be friction between her and the governor. There's no talk with her and the governor at all. No talk with the state senators about what's going on. Nothing. Can you imagine the drama that could be there But none of that, except we just get this inner office bickering with these two bitches who are assistants. I'm like,
Yeah.
gee, Willow, come on, think bigger here. This is
Yeah.
lame shit you're writing here.
Well,
You know,
I will say I will give her the benefit of the doubt because from what I can understand, she got sideswiped with this. Like there was no intention of telling the story. That wasn't in the game plan. It was brought up.
That's where someone like me could have come in and be like, "Hey, you know what? We're treating this like current day politics. The mayor is a psycho, doesn't understand anything, and the city's falling apart." Boom, there you go. There's your story.
Yeah.
It's New York City.
No,
New York City right now.
I don't disagree with you. But yeah, I don't know how much. I think I guess what I'm saying is she got sideswiped with this and forced with this, and I don't think she wants to write this. So
that's where if you don't want to write it, this is where you reach out to people like who understand, who can have an idea of if my character is the mayor and they're involved with this this big event, you know, where there's like this huge citywide dragnet of all the bats and all that. It's like, okay, let's do this. You know, let's get someone who knows what they're talking about. Let's get the guy who wrote the show Boss with Kelsey Grammer. You know, we'll make her like Kelsey Grammer's character a boss, you know, and that kind of sort of not really happens here. But we got a couple moments here with her and Vandal Savage, but like the thing is, I wish I understand. I wish it was more reserved with the plants in this. I wish it was more reserved, not out and out like that.
Right.
And we get to see her trying. She's trying to be human, but she can't contain it. You know,
right?
There is an idea here.
I agree.
Is a great possibility here. There is. If she knew me, I would have given her so much great material to work with here. You know, but unfortunately, that doesn't happen. It's just very low level bicker. Like I said, we get these two knuckleheads. You know, just it's
surface level. Yeah, it is just surface level nonsense. You could have also recommended a better artist. You know, I'm just this art sucks.
Yeah, and then we get to the shipping bullshit between her and Harley.
I know. Yep.
And it's just.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like I'm with you. I think there is a good idea here, and I think there's a way you could have made this work. But when you have these stories kind of launching from Chip Zdarsky and then into Matt Fraction, and now a third writer's just kind of owning a certain portion of it, they're all people that aren't going to handle this well with nuance or even care. And that's what we're getting. We're just getting elementary slop. So it sucks. Let's go ahead and move into indies real quick because we spent quite a bit of time shitting on this DC book. Let's talk about something that was all right. It was actually decent. One of the better books, probably the best book of the week, maybe, possibly. And that was Rook Exodus, which
it's best book of the week. Yeah,
finally came out after it was sidelined. Well, we had a really long hiatus, and then it came back. And then it just kind of wasn't a hiatus. It just wasn't going out for a little while.
Yeah, I'd say at least 10 months, I'd say. Not a year, but probably 8 to 10 months.
Well, no, because they did the 1 through 6 and they came out with 7, 8, 9. And then there were like a few months, I feel like a few months in between. But the last time we read this, I'm going to try to pull it up to see when the release dates were. The last time we read this, we were teased that we were getting the backstory of Stag, the new kind of cool looking character that we got introduced to in the previous issue. So we get that here. We get his backstory a little bit, and we learn about his time in Japan with his wife. And it's a real quick, like, paint by numbers. Let's get you caught up on who this person is. Why does he want to kill? Was it wild dog, bad dog, guy, person? Direwolf Stag.
Buford Mad Dog Tannen.
It's fine. I found myself trying to kind of remember things as I was reading it because it has been a while.
It's been a minute.
And then I'm gonna be honest, the art to me didn't feel as crisp as it usually does from Jason Fabok.
it felt a little quicker. I'll say that.
Yeah, something about it felt off. I'll just put it that way. So I don't know if they had to change stuff or what was going on. But yeah, look, it's a perfectly fine issue. It's a solid issue. I'm glad we got it back. I'm glad we're hopefully getting back into our rhythm with this. Because I do think this is a good book. I think it's a fun book. It's one of those kind of like blockbuster books that I enjoy reading. So I want to look at the release dates. Hold on real quick. What were your thoughts on the issue, Drew?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I guess I had a hard time remembering what happened last night. I do remember the spiders, and it's you open up the issue. It's like, oh crap! All right, yep. Now I remember. But I had to recall, like, who's this other guy? Like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. And yeah, just get to see his life, and it. I don't want to say it ended the way I thought it would, but it just like, oh, okay, it's. I don't, and I hate to say paint by numbers, but it kind of really was a paint by numbers book. And it's like, okay, all right, I got it. Yep. On to the next one. I don't see why we should have waited this long to get this issue, but okay.
I don't either. Especially after like we legitimately did have a 6 month, about a 6 month hiatus between the first volume going into the second volume. But yeah, it's a solid book. I feel like I'm more energized and ready to pick it up and read based on how this issue ends, because we kind of are pulling people together to go on a mission. So that had me excited. You know, and I wish they would slow down a bit to kind of explore, which they do to a very minor degree, but I'll never forget really kind of in the first volume when Rook explored actually thinking like the crows and what they think and how they think. I wish we got to see a little bit more of that of each of these individuals to show they're being influenced because they're spending so much time thinking like they're animals or with their animals, and kind of setting that out of like, hey, our animals act like this, so it kind of rubs off on us to a degree. I feel like that could be interesting to lean a little more heavily into. But yeah, I would say this is probably the best issue of the week.
I would agree, and the thing is, this it just shows you how low the bar is.
Yes, like again, we said this is a because we've been loving Rook, right? But this issue was fine. It felt like a transitional issue in a lot of ways to kind of get us back in the swing of things, and that's why we're saying it's fine. It's not bad. It's not bad by any means at all. And it's not even close to the crap we've been getting in these other books. But my excitement when I was like, "Oh shit, Rook's back!" I've been ready for this, and then reading, I was like, "Cool. Well, I'm glad it's back." So, I do want to move on to another indie real quick, and it is Only the Savage Are Left, and this is a new Dark Horse book that came out. Curious to hear what your thoughts. Oh, so I put it this way. I guess it's essentially another post-apocalyptic zombie type story with potentially a slight twist. So what were your thoughts on this?
So first thing, I am getting burnout and just tapped out on post-apocalyptic stories. Like I am done. It's been done to death. That White Echo, White Noise, White Lotus, the White whatever the fuck. I'm just like I'm done with this mystery box bullshit, post-apocalyptic crap, and no. And here it's like, okay, zombie 28 days later, outbreak, rage virus, and then it literally turns into a teen drama right afterwards, and I don't give a fuck because I don't like these characters at all. I don't like the lead male teen. I don't like the lead female teen. I don't like the female lecturing the male character and her people, trying to survive. You should be out there. You're hiding here behind walls. I'm like, bitch, they're trying to fucking survive. They've got kids, housing, people. They're trying to maintain a society. All right. Yeah. Grow the fuck up. And I I checked out. I'm done. I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, I thought so for a second I really thought I was gonna like this because I was like, all right, another zombie book. Like I'm going through all this, I'm like, I'm fine with it. I'm actually I'm bored. I'm not disliking it. And we get to this point where they're like, oh, we've got this Terata virus. Um, they're working to find a cure. They found a cure. We almost contained it. So they're talking about all this, and then they put the cure was what doomed us all. And I was like, oh, interesting. So all of our zombie apocalypse stories are like, oh, you've got this, outbreak or virus or whatever happened that's leading to all these people to turn into zombies and kill everyone. And we've got to get the cure. Well, we're starting this story off with we found a cure, but the cure is what killed us. And I was like, that to me could be a really interesting concept. But then you're right. Then we move
doesn't really go anywhere. It's like, wait a minute, what do you mean by the cure? It's like, so what the hell happened? They just became bigger assholes? This became normal? I don't understand what the cure turned them into.
Well, they get the cure, but then they start killing everyone else, but they don't explain why.
Bullseye. You don't explain why. It's like,
so yeah. They try to make it out like, oh, it's just, instinct that we're killers. And I'm like, okay, but that doesn't fully make sense, because if that were the case, you would have just done it before the virus. Like, it doesn't fully add up. But yeah, they kill all the police and all the people that weren't infected. But now you got these people that are living with infection free or pseudo infections or whatever it might be. And then it's like a quarter or a third of the way through the book. This is when we finally get to meet our main character, Ryder, and this is his mom. And then we get to meet what's apparently his girlfriend a little bit later. And I can't remember what her name is. But I felt like we kept doing a lot of jumps to different places or different times, and I got really confused as to what the hell was going on. And I was like, I was having trouble following it. And maybe if I went back and reread it and I wasn't reading it as fast, it would land a little better for me. But this is the point where I was like, all right, I'm kind of getting over this by now, because I didn't know who any of these people were. And I'm just like, do they know each other? Do they not know each other? Are we supposed to be am I supposed to be picking up on something that I'm not picking up on? So it was really pulling me out of the story. And I agree. I didn't like these characters at all. So yeah, I'm with you. It's something that felt like it could have been a cool story, but it's just not. And this is where I say I was confused with the time jumping. Because when you're
there is time jumping, and they don't say like
we're
like 1 year, like 1 year ago, 1 year in the future. None of that.
Yeah, give us like, this is clearly before the outbreak, because they're both in high school, and they both know each other from high school, but they didn't imply that earlier. You couldn't really sense that from earlier. And then you got a scene where they're kind of out running around and I don't know. It was just a really weird.
No, you're right. The editor didn't do their job and be like, hey, this is going to be confusing if we don't tell people when these conversations are taking place, because clearly it's not linear.
Yeah. It's I don't know, potential there, but it didn't live up to it. Now there was another indie book that was just a banger, and I don't know why you didn't read it, but that was Junk Punch #1. Like, what were you thinking, man? Like,
I'm thinking I'll be right back. I'll let you talk about it.
Oh, well, I don't know how you could look at this cover and this title and not go, man, I want to read this, because this book is about this chick, this girl, who has a compulsion for punching people in the nuts. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. And I made it a page and a half in, and I wanted to, go. Well, I'm not going to say that on the stream, but I wanted to go not have to worry about reading comics ever again. But just here, look, you've got this chick screaming, "I'm eating peanut butter," and then it's a bare butt peanut butter. Okay, cool. And then down here she goes, "I am sharing peanut butter." This reminds me of all the Gen Z retards that I come across on a regular basis. And then she punches this guy in the nuts, and then he asks her why, and she goes, "Sorry, like so many others here in Billowing City, I have a chemical affliction. Mine is that I compulsively punch people in the junk, but I'm cute, so it's charming." And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't know how comics like this get made. I don't know why comics like this get made.
Well, here's the thing. I can recall 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that Mad Cave, they were doing well. They were doing very well. And I remember reading a headline recently, like they've had to let people go. Things aren't selling as well. And I'm like, and all you got to do, point to shit like this. I'm like, this is what happens when you let the guard off the gate and you let this shit in.
Yep.
You got to fire. You got to lay people off. You got to fire people. You got to start canceling books. This is what happens. And it's a shame what Matt Cave was, where they were headed, and this is where they are now.
You know what makes me nervous though? I feel like there's like a large percentage of Gen Z that would actually like love this book and think it was fantastic, and that makes me worried for our future. So, tough luck.
Well, bear in mind they also love Skippity Toilet, whatever the fuck that is.
God, that's true.
It makes sense.
Last indie book, and then we'll look at the comments before we run through a quick run through of Marvel. But that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which I will say I haven't really read any of the other Mighty Morphin Power Rangers books before. I know that what's his nuts.
I've read them.
Okay.
I read years 1 through 3 or 4. I was reading them every month when they're coming out. The Kyle Higgins and Ryan Parrish stuff. It was fantastic. Yeah,
I've heard it's fantastic. I've heard it's great.
It absolutely is. I've got the Boom Studios exclusive White Tiger
hell yeah
Year 1 hardcover collected edition on my bookshelf. It is fabulous art, fabulous storytelling. Yeah. And I see this cover here. I'm like, dude, this looks fucking awesome.
It's a number 1. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the start of a new story.
But I saw that name.
I know. I missed the name. I was a sucker. I didn't look at the name.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And we open it up.
And I mean, that page is fine.
That's fine. It's creepy. All right, cool. It's in the mood. And the art is just very lifeless.
It is very lifeless. Something wrong with her chin, too.
Lifeless. Yes.
I mean, the art is, and then you got this, like, what are those little Russian doll things called? It's so inconsistent.
The Russian nesting dolls, yeah.
Yeah, and she kind of looks like one there.
And remember, it's supposed to be 10, this is supposed to be 10 years in the future.
Yeah.
After these Rangers have
stopped being Rangers. Yeah.
Stopped being Rangers, and they mostly look the same.
Yeah.
No gray hair, nothing.
Nope, not a thing. They don't dress any different. Oh, I guess. Oh crap! Why can't I think of his name now? The Black Ranger. Oh no, Zach. There we go. Zach is in a suit because he's a lawyer. Everyone else, they look like they're dressed as kids still.
Yeah,
like they're in their pajamas.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is going on here? Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, so the point of the story is, as Drew was mentioning, is it's 10 years after they've stopped being the Power Rangers. They come back together because something's happened, and like Zordon's gone, and there's a new Rita, but it's not Rita Repulsa, it's Rita Rabiosa, or I don't know. So they all come back together to retake the mantle of Power Rangers. This conceptually, this could be a really cool concept.
Yeah, and now don't get me wrong. I love her approach to this where like everything is happening so fast and crazy. Yeah. But I'm still trying to get my bearing of like, wait, well, what the hell? Okay, so we're supposed to believe it's 10 years later. They don't look that much different. Only one who's really different is Trini. She's got a kid.
Yep.
And suddenly, let me make sure I understand this correctly. Alien technology takes hold of human technology and corrupts it?
Yep, and it's revolting. Which
Okay.
you see here, it's also attacking. Oh, is that his? I guess that's his phone. But
Yeah.
it's like, okay, but if it's attacking all technology, then why isn't it attacking their morphers and the other technology here within
Bullseye.
the?
Because yeah, it's like because he's like I think Billy says like, I think it's because it's alien technology. I'm like, wait, Billy. Timeout. Bullshit flag. This is bullshit because she's an alien. That's an alien technology too. You mean to
Yeah.
tell me that alien technology can't read other alien technology because even though they're coming to Earth, which is alien technology, it should be able to understand various alien technologies and corrupt it.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Okay.
But yeah, I love when they're like, oh no, we've got to suit back up to fight this because it's so bad. And then they're kind of like, wait, what about the baby? And they're like, oh, you can tell Marguerite Bennett was like, oh shit, I brought a baby in, but I don't know what to do with it. Here, someone find Alpha 5's head and give him like little octopus legs, and we're just gonna throw the baby in there.
And
And
it
if
won't
you
be
think
creepy. It won't be creepy at all.
not at all, and if you think I'm joking, I'm not joking.
He kept busting in like the Kool-Aid Man, and
Yeah.
just says,
Yeah, and again, all of technology is revolting. So we're gonna throw the innocent baby into technology that is revolting.
yeah.
Marguerite Bennett, everybody. This is why I should have saw that she wrote this book and said, "Hell effing no."
Yeah, and where the hell did this case come from with the morphers? It just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Billy just whips it out, like just like, guys. Yeah. And then it's morphin time. We get to see him in action. I don't ask me how this works. We're just gonna go.
But bust shit up, not struggle at all. You would think, okay, it's been 10 years. Who knows how long it's been since you guys like did any hand-to-hand combat or sparred or did karate at the local Y, but they don't struggle at all. Everything's fine.
Also, if you doing a backflip onto a light pole or street pole destroys or breaks the technology, I think normal people should be able to just go punch it as well. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I can understand Zach here if the Power Ranger suit gives you power and you're breaking it apart, sure. But yeah, she's literally just doing a backflip on a pole and everything shatters. So I was like, this is stupid. This is so stupid. We get the Zords, which cool, great, rah rah. And of course, we have to end this by showing a tease of the guy that really should be here and the one that everyone's waiting to see, and that's Tommy. Which will he come back? I don't know. Will I be reading this to find out? Absolutely not. Should they get a better artist and writer? They absolutely should. Sorry, it sucks to suck. But real quick, I do want to go check out the comments because I know we've been crap talking a lot of stuff. Let's see what's over here. Let's see. We've got JK coming in with, does Batman beat capitalism? Batman is capitalism, or is capitalism Batman? It's salty, but I honestly forgot that Fraction Batman exists. I wish I could. Yeah, and then Bushimi, thank you for helping with that. Oh no, we've got Zach's coming in with Happy Pride, Joshy. So fun story. I'm at work the other day, and one of my coworkers comes in and goes, "Oh hey, Happy Pride," and I just went, "Oh fuck," and then walked out of the printer room. And then one of my coworkers had to explain, and they were like, so it was a newish employee that said, "Oh hey, Happy Pride," and so one of my other coworkers that I get along really well with had to be like, "Oh yeah," he started laughing. So the new guy was like, "So is he not? Is he not like? Was that a joke? Was he really not gay?" And my coworker's like, "No, he is. He just hates Pride and most gay people." And I was like, this poor kid is probably like, what the fuck is going on over here?
You just broke his brain.
I know. He's like, okay. We've got Grateful Dog. Wait, you guys had books on your pull list this week? No. Well, Rook would have been like the only one, but other than that, no. We are here suffering for the people. JK put, I have a hot take. I think Jimenez's art is suffering being on this book. I don't think he likes what he's doing. And I think Jorge Jimenez is phoning it in as much as possible for Batman. And I do not blame him because his work here is not even close to the work that he used to be doing when he was on like Super Sons or Justice League or even Tynan's Batman. Look, as much as I hated Tynan's Batman because he would write around the story and his was nonsense too, he at least would try to do cool action scenes here and there. And that gave Jimenez something to do. Here, he's not getting anything to do. But yes, I agree. It's becoming less expressive. Rich people donating like Bruce Wayne, exactly like Bruce Wayne. And then we have the Funhouse 8765 saying Fraction showing his ass at the first 10 issues of Batman wasn't surprising. I had zero hope / interest in Fraction being the writer at number 10. Yeah, I think a lot of people were there, right there with you. We got Salty coming in with the $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, good dude. Let's see what we have here. We'll do another Superman clip for you, but this is not from Cavill Snyder. This is different.
Here you go, friend.
Thanks. Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
Such a nice, wholesome moment.
That is one of the last true Superman moments ever caught on screen.
They have some good Superman moments in that series, which has a really low budget, which makes some parts sad. But Hecklin did a good job. So
yes, he did. Yes, he absolutely did. I was shocked to see how short he was. I'll say that.
Yeah. For sure. JK put suckered for a well-drawn spider. Those are great, nice variations. Yeah, look, I'm not saying this is going to Rook now. I'm not saying that his art was bad. I'm just saying something felt off about the art. And I couldn't.
Yeah, well, and he did. So he did say he is suffering from an injury. He is saying like he has like a shoulder injury.
Oh,
so I'm wondering if that is impacting his drawing.
Yeah, so, possibly.
Could be.
Salty is wandering Costco and listening. Man, I miss having a Costco. We don't have one around here. We just have Sam's Club, and that's it. And it's not as good. We got Kaiser Jose in the house with Sub Nerds. We also have Ugly Strawberry in the house with Sub Fools. What's up, guys? And Enzo put seems like a CW show plot. I'm assuming this is for Poison Ivy.
Could have been Poison Ivy, or could have been that. The post-apocalyptic story.
The only yeah.
Savage, only the brutal.
Only the savage live, survive, whatever. Or maybe it was Junk Punch. Who knows? I think what Salty was saying, you got to be kidding me on was the Junk Punch one, maybe. Yeah, Mad Cave is in a total collapse. It is. Let's see. Kaiser put besides Rook, the best book of this week was the Ghost Machine Handbook guidebook. Encyclopedia book. Oh man, that's crazy. And then
I would say the two best books I would say this week that came out are the Red Coat Deluxe Edition, which came out, which I got here, and the other one is probably the Incredible Hulk Return of the Monster Run by Bruce Jones. Yeah, got that bad boy.
Heck yeah. Good stuff. 3 books we're going to go through real quickly just to get a little Marvel in here. We're going to kick things off. I did not read this. I'm done. But I asked Drew about it, and that is The Amazing Spider-Man. And I was like, did you read this? And he's like, I don't even remember what happened in this. And then I pulled it up and started scrolling, and he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the big takeaway is like, okay, the thing is like, okay, who gives a shit about his friend who's now this giant spore monster? I'm trying to understand now in Marvel, like why we're seeing across titles, like suddenly the big villain is spore fungus related. Because we got that in Daredevil, we got it here. I'm like, what the fuck's the deal? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, the bigger deal is at the very end of the book when Peter meets his long lost cousin, who coincidentally looks exactly like Uncle Ben. And turns out through DNA, it happens to be the long lost son of May and Uncle Ben. And I told you, it automatically reminded me of the movie Beer Fest with the character Landfill. Landfill dies. Then all of a sudden, his his Texan twin shows up. He's able to drink as much, if not more than he can, talks like him. And he says to his friends, like, hey, since I look like him and talk like him, how about we just call me Landfill? And they'll be like, yeah, you know what? Why don't we? It saves everything. It's like he was never gone. It's like, yeah, right? It's like, I've always been here. Yeah, it makes sense. I guarantee you that's going to fucking happen here. And like May and others are like, no, let's just call you Ben. Let's just call you Uncle Ben. Yeah,
let's just call you
like you never died. Yeah.
Yeah, never died. I'm trying to get that picture pulled up. I had to pull up another tab real quick to see the cousin.
Yeah, it's him right there. Yep.
Hold on. Oh, you get Daredevil in this too? There's a lot of people in this.
Yes. Not really.
Oh, not really?
Not really.
Oh, wait. So the cancer kid is this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one gives a shit. It's like, who gives a shit, really? No one does. And it's like, we're all here for this.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm your son, May. Yeah. Oh, I declare.
What the heck? Lord. All right. Well, that did nothing to make me want to read that. So that's, there you go. Speaking of things that we don't want to read, we have Gail Simone's Uncanny X-Men, which we're back in the X-Mansion prison with Home Chick here that everyone hates. And what is her name again? It was like a French name. Shit. I can't even think now. She doesn't normally look like this.
Bidet? Is it? Her name is Bidet.
I can't remember. Look, I'll give them credit again. This villain guy looks creepy AF. Catches your attention. I'll give that kudos. But yeah, I'm still on the train of I don't give a flying beep about anything going on in this book, and it just doesn't work for me. And I feel like I would kind of find this plot a little interesting if it weren't trying to take the lead over the plot of these new mutants that no one cares about, which is they're all kind of getting the spotlight over our main X-Men, which we barely get, and then when we do get are written so out of character. Like if this was a B plot behind a main storyline with our main X-Men, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down for this. But we're not getting that. We're getting these freaking Yahoo retards that are fighting the not new mutants. And it's just hot garbage.
And so the other thing is, clearly we can tell Marvel, the offices, they're not talking to each other. How do I know this? Because right now, Wolverine, he doesn't have claws on one hand. They're gone, done. He's got bone stumps. So it's like, okay, when the hell does this take place?
Yep.
Clearly in the past, or does it take place after that's all resolved? I don't know.
But yeah. If you'll remember, all these people they're fighting, they're AI. They're not real, it's just artificial intelligence. And I don't know. It's time for them to you know what? They should just cancel this for a while. And then, that's right. Gambit's got these damn wings because he's got the other eye of Agamotto or whatever the hell. Left eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Liefeld has said it best. There is nothing resembling the X-Men in these books right now.
No.
Nothing resembles them.
No.
All those great stories we got, all the stories, the tales about this group of outcasts who have been brought together to who have sworn an oath to protect and defend those who fear and hate them. That was the original words of the X-Men. That's all gone now.
Yeah,
that is all gone. And with whatever the hell this amalgamation is of storylines and characters, it's just bullshit. It's just gobbledygook.
These feel like two completely different books in this too. Like the stuff going on with the X-Men fighting the original New Mutants, and then these newer characters fighting weird versions of these other characters. Like that feels like that's a book and it's shitty and bad. And then you've got all this other stuff going on in the prison with the horror like slant, and that almost feels like some like dark X Factor book that does not belong here. So yeah, we're not gonna spend any more time on
And
this.
I love Banshee. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
Banshee, he's my favorite X-Man.
Yeah.
But what happens here is fucking lame.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep. Yeah, just don't stop if you're reading any of the X books, don't. And then the last book we'll talk about. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say the one true X book that's coming out is later this month by John Byrne, the X-Men Elsewhere. That is that's going to be the saving grace for X-Men in Marvel.
Yeah. But hey, we let Jerry Duggan come back and take a swipe at X-Men on What If the Uncanny X-Men, and this what if Cyclops stayed with Madeline Pryor?
You mean the writer of X-Men Green is back to write the X-Men?
Yeah, he's back. Look, I didn't mind this. It's fine. It was serviceable. It was a little weird by the end.
Yeah, it kind of felt like that Cyclops and Nathan, and especially Madeline was like a non-factor.
Yeah.
After a while, it's just like the title of it, it really ceased to be the central focus.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't Madeline part of the storyline? Wasn't Madeline here in the title? She just disappeared.
She really does. She definitely does. So you're kind of getting this touch on like this is how everything played out, and then we get the shift here. And essentially it's like, you have Scott and Madeline stay together. They leave the X-Men so they can raise fuck, why can't I think of their son's name?
Nathan,
there we go. Cable. So they can raise him, which I think is kind of interesting. They show the attempts of the X-Men coming to get him, and he's like, no, look, my son's my priority right now. And I'm on board. I'm on board with all of this. Like, I'm like, all right, this is interesting.
I really kind of wish if Jerry was smart, I think he would have stuck with this. We're like, no, they never joined anything. They stayed away.
Correct.
Everything that happened.
And then you could see how does this potentially most likely negatively impact the X-Men. I think that would have been really interesting.
Absolutely, 100%.
But yeah, this was just I had to kind of chuckle, but also roll my eyes. That's like, oh, White Queen also came knocking, but he didn't fall for her this time. But no, we then get a point where they're like, no, we've got to go help. And then, Nathan's like, I want to be a superhero too. And then I was like, oh God, this isn't going the direction I thought it was going to go.
No.
So yeah, they get back in the super heroics, and it just, for me, this is when it started kind of falling apart and it felt like it had a purpose and a point and a story to tell. And this is where Madeline becomes completely pointless. And look where we are. I don't know if you can see my scroller. Yeah, we're not even like halfway through. But this is where she kind of becomes pointless. And then she gets killed. So, Cyclops gets blinded, which I don't know why that's everyone and their dog is wanting to blind Cyclops right now. But yeah. Madeline gets a spear just shoved through her. And then we don't see her again. And the rest of this book is about Nathan and Scott.
And then Cyclops somehow survives being crucified.
Yes.
It's like, sure. Okay, yeah. And he's able to use his feet, arms, and hands after being crucified. Sure, Jerry. Yeah, sure.
Yep. So, they both got. Were they both speared through? Oh no.
Yeah.
Just, okay.
I think
he just gets kicked and then crucified, but he's still alive. So then Nathan saves him, and then it's just the two of them. But yeah, started off as though it could have been a really good, interesting story, and I was on board. And then for me, it just kind of quickly fell apart. And they had to go back to
Krakoa.
Yep.
Back when the X-Men were villains. Yep.
Of course. Which that's stuff that Duggan worked on, so I'm not shocked. But yeah. So, and then we just kill Nathan. So, yay! Good job. Woo! I don't know. I thought we were getting a good good thing there for a second, and then that turned out to be negative. Oh, we blow up the world. That's how we end this book. You had what is it? The Iraqi? Is that what they're called? The Mars?
The Martians.
Yeah, Iraqi. So they come to Earth and they're fighting and taking over. So the way that the Earth decides to fight it is they just nuke the hell out of us. We just nuke the hell out of our own planet to try to stop these people from invading our planet. And
Captain America looking up, save us. Fuck off.
And then it's a desolate planet, and that's the end. And I was like, this okay. Well, we went from okay, cool to this is promising to like, oh no, this is taking a slight turn for the worse to like, oh no, this is getting bad to like, oh fuck. So yeah, but hey, that was this week's comics.
We got Torrin Grunbeck next time on what if Thor became Venom. Yeah, the most blandest, safest, mediocre white rice writer on the planet. Yay.
Yeah, okay. Enzo, thank you. Sorry, St. Croix. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? The idea of Thor and Venom, like Thor having the Venom symbiote, should be a shit ton of fun. And it's gonna be god awful.
Yeah, well, I would say awful. I would say just bland. Just probably by the book, basic bitch story, which is what Torrin Grunbeck writes. Nothing inspired, nothing exciting, nothing dangerous, nothing too promiscuous, nothing insane. That's not what she does. It's just very bland, basic bitch writing.
Yep. It's bland. Real quick. Oh, come on, stop. Oh no, it's freezing up. There we go. So Fiend Machine said the next Rook issue isn't until September. That's rough. They're gonna look. I love Ghost Machine. They're gonna lose their audience. They should have just hit pause, get issues knocked out, and then come back when they can release them back to back. Because having to wait through July and August, so we're getting it in 3 months. That's insane. Especially after waiting roughly, I think it's been 3 or 4 months since the last issue.
At least 6.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Got to stop that crap. Anyway, those are our books for this week. You're welcome, because we know you. We know you didn't want to read those things, so we read them for you. Hold on, Nightcrawler with the Zoomer haircut. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Some things are better left ignored. We feel that way, but then we come and become a glutton for punishment with you guys. And Ugly Strawberry says, dude, which one X-Men Elsewin by Byrne? Yes. So Byrne is releasing his X-Men Elsewin.
Yeah, so apparently, not sure you don't know about this, but in his spare time, his free time, the past, 10, 12 years, John Byrne has been illustrating and writing a page a day of X-Men. His take on X-Men. It's his take on what he wanted to do after that last issue when Jean Grey died. But the twist is, what he wanted to do, what if Jean Grey lived? So it picks up from that issue, that what if Jean Grey lived, the twist, the original ending. And the series picks up from there. And the pages are, the pencils and inks, the pencils are absolutely fucking beautiful. John Byrne has not lost an edge at all. He is one of those guys, like, he is still throwing a mean fastball. And they show. And you could download them and make your own print PDF files to bind them together. People were selling them for $400 on eBay. It was stupid. But Marvel was fortunately smart enough to work out a deal with him to finally get it inked, colored, lettered, and released. So we're getting the first volume this month. And Midtown's doing their own exclusive of it. They're selling signed editions of it by John Byrne, which is awesome. And I'm always refreshing their page to see if they're going to be showing up. Yeah, I'm going to be there to get it, and I cannot wait to read it and enjoy the finally fully colored as well. I highly encourage any true X-Men fan pick that up.
Yeah. It's gonna fill such a void that we've had for years now. So
yeah.
Good evening, Jacob. Nice to see you, brother. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. So Drewski, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Thursdays, talking the best of the week. You can find me on Saturdays on the Thinking Critical channel with Wes, talking the best of the week. You can find me in my comics, my commercials, my advertisements on the Roku channel American Horrors, that's owned and operated by Heartbeat Fisher, the Dark Prince Charming of independent comics. You'll find the trailers for Unholy Nightmare 3 on there. You'll eventually be seeing me doing little bumpers promoting it. You'll be able to find the launch of that on Thinking Critical on June 26th, Friday night. And you'll find me at Terrificon in August. And you'll find me at New York Comic Con in October.
You're going to find me at home because I'm a homebody. No, Drew's definitely got a busy calendar coming up, especially kind of moving into the back half of the year. So a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited to keep seeing what you're doing and what's coming out. We've talked about a few things that haven't fully been announced yet. So that's exciting and awesome. And I can't wait for that to finally hit the people, the interwebs, the real life situations. But if you want to find the channel, you can find us here on Thursdays, and we should be getting back to Tuesdays soon. Just got to talk through a few things with Drew real quick. And we're also over on X as @ByPopped. And then if you want to follow me, I am at Joshua L. McDonald on Popped, and then JoshWorks903 on Instagram, where I post pictures of my doggies and other random crap that I'm working on. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, it's a lot of fun. And tonight was, we trashed some comics tonight. So whoops. It happens from time to time. So have a good night. You're welcome. We read these for you, so you don't have to. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Get the fuck